Hi friends, it's so great to see you again. How was lesson number 1? Wow, you champed it. I'm so proud of you. And we're going to build on all of our knowledge that we learned in lesson 1 in this lesson number 2. So in our last lesson, we did shake and spell. That was really fun, wasn't it? And we wrote all of our results on the equations for 5 counters. Today, we'll find all the different pairs of add-ins that make 5. Then we'll play a game called Race to the Top. Now, in our first lesson, we went over lots of vocabulary words, really big words, and I want to go over them again before we get started. Let's say them together. Add, addition, equation, and here's our equation. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Plus, there's the plus sign. Add-in, 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 4 and 1 are those add-ins. Equal, there's the equal sign. And sum, there's our total. And we need all of these special words to help us add, and that's when we are joining 2 groups of numbers together. Okay, so I need you to go get your workspace book and pull out page number 2. I know you did such a great job on it, and your teacher is so proud of you. I'm really Okay, so you should have workspace page number 2 with all of the equations filled out. And this is how we're going to collect the data for our first part of our lesson. This page of your workspace shows equations from shake and spell with 5 counters. Now we'll make a list of all the possible pairs of add-ins that make 5. Now I'm going to choose some of you one at a time. Now don't worry, I know you're at home and I'm at home, but I have magic powers and I can hear your answers and I can write them down. Now if your list is already on the board, just say pass, and we're going to try and find all the different ways to make 5, okay? All right, so what were some of those ways to make 5 that you learned about in shake and spell? Okay, let's shout them out. Ooh, I heard 1 plus 4. Awesome job. What's another way to make 5? You got it. 3 plus 2. Great. Oh, 4 plus 1. Wow. 5 plus 0. Wow, keep them coming. You're doing great. 2 plus 3. Awesome job. I think we just have one more. Do you know it? You're right. 0 plus 5. Wow, look at all these different ways to make the number 5. Give yourself a pat on the back. We can organize our list that we just made to see if we have all of the pairs of add-ins for 5. We'll start with the number of possible reds we could get. What is the greatest number of reds we could spell with 5 counters? You're right, 5. So I'm going to write 5 over here on my chart. So the greatest number of reds we could get is 5. Now I want to list the next smallest number of reds we could spell. How many reds should I list next? You're right, 4. Then I can write 3, 2, 1. Could we spell 0 reds? Yes, we can. So let's add 0. So these are all the different ways that we could have red. Now we'll list the number of yellows that go with each number of reds to make 5. Look at the list of pair of add-ins we wrote on the board to help. Okay, so if we have 5 reds, how many yellows would we have? Now let's look over here. Let's look for what starts with 5. Oh, here it is, 5 plus 0. So if we have 5 reds, then we'd have 0 yellows. Okay, great. Let's go to the next one. Here's 4 red. Okay. Let's have, oh, here it is right here. 4 plus 1. So if I have 4 reds, then I'm going to have 1 yellow. You know what I'm going to do to make sure that we don't have any duplicates? I'm going to cross these out. So we did that one and we did that one. Okay, great. So we have 4 red and 1 yellow. Okay, let's look at this next one. 3 red. Let's see. Oh, here it is. 3 plus 2. Okay, so if I have 3 red, then I'll have 2 yellow. Great. Now next we have 2 red. Let's cross out that equation that we just found, that combination. Oh, 2 red plus 3 yellow. Okay. Cross that one out. Now we have 1 red. Oh, here we go. 1 red plus, then that will give us 4 yellow. 1 red, 4 yellow, that equals 5. Okay, and then our last combination, 0 red plus 5 yellow. Wow, awesome job filling out our chart. Look at us go. Now, how many pairs of addends are there that make 5? So let's count all the different ways that we can make 5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 different ways to make 5. Wow, that's a lot of different ways. Now, what patterns do you notice about the numbers on the chart? I'll give you some time to think. What do you notice about these numbers? Wow, well, this is what I notice. I notice that the reds are going down. They're getting smaller by 1 number. But the yellows, they're getting bigger by 1 number. Wow, that's a pretty cool pattern. Well, now that we have found all the different ways to make 5 and the different addend pairs, we're going to play a game called Race to the Top. Now, to play this game, you are going to need your workspace book, a pencil, a cup, your 2-sided counters, and remember, you can always use the counters that you can make at home with just construction paper. Now, this is how we play. Now, player A is going to shake and spill and group the reds and yellows and then tell how many of each, like this. Let's see, I have 3 yellow and 2 red. Now my partner is going to write the addition problem for the reds plus the yellows. Now, the reds are always going to go first. So I'm going to look for how many reds. Okay, so here it is, 2 red plus 3 yellow. So I'm going to write it in that box. And then player A continues to shake and spill, and player B continues to write until the addition reaches the top row, okay? Okay, so we're gonna play this game Race to the Top, and I'm gonna show you how you do it with a partner. Now, my partner is going to be my friend, Puppy Dog. Hello, I love math. Yes, I do. Okay, now remember, to play Race to the Top, you need your workspace book, and we're going to be on page 4. And these are those rows that we're trying to get to the top of. Okay, so I'm going to go first, and I'm going to do the shake part, okay? And Puppy's going to write for me. Shake, shake, spill. Okay, all right, 2 yellows and 3 reds. Now remember, our reds always going to go first. Okay, now Puppy Dog, we have to find that equation. Which one? 3. Oh, there it is. Can I write Puppy Dog? Oh, okay, it's hard to write with pause. So we have 3 plus 2. Now I'm going to write the equation. 3 plus 2. Okay, let's keep going. We're trying to get to the top. Shake, 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 shake. Oh, look, I got it again. Okay, Puppy Dog. We have to find it. Where is it? Show me. Oh, thank you. 3 plus 2. Awesome job. Now we're going to keep shaking and spelling and writing the addition problems in the matching column until we get all the way to the top. And once you get to the top, you switch roles and you can then go to page number 5. Now what's super fun about this is that you can also play digitally, and I will show you that now. Play the game Race to the Top online. And remember to use that information that your teacher gave you on how to log in, and you're going to go to your modules. Now we are working in lesson number 2 in number core because we're getting ready to go to 1st grade because you are big boys and girls. So let's click 1 through 5. That's where our lesson is. And we're in lesson number 2. We're finding all those different addend pairs that make 5. Okay, so we're playing the game Race to the Top, and you can see it down here. So let's click it. All right, so it has all of our tools that we're going to need electronically. We're also going to need workbook page number 4, so we can pull that up at the same time, okay? So remember, we're going to shake, and we're using 5. We're trying to find all the different ways to make 5. So let's shake. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to move our counters over here, and it's going to count for us. Let's count with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always do red first. 4 counters plus 4 red counters plus 1 yellow. So 4 plus 1 equals 5. Now, if you come down here, there is our writing tool. We have and then we're going to write on our work page over here. So we have 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1. Okay, now I'm going to reset, shake. Oh, wow. Okay, red goes first. Let's move all of our red counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I have 0 yellow counters, so I have to now get my writing tool and come over here and find 5 plus 0. So we have 5. Ooh, it's so hard on the computer. You could do it. Say, I can do hard things. Plus 0. Okay, now we're going to try our best and keep playing and shaking and spelling to get all the way to the top. Now make sure you take turns with your partner and you write your equations and say them out loud so that you get used to practicing and using all of those vocabulary. Okay, so you have seen now how to play Race to the Top with your at-home counters or on the computer. So you can work on pages 4 and 5 to play the game with your partner, okay? Now I'm going to give you some time to play so you can pause the video, and then we're going to move on to work with even bigger numbers. Are you ready? I know I am. I'll see you in a bit. Hey friends, can you believe that now you're an expert at making all the different ways to 5? Now, if you could believe that, I hope you can believe this. Now we're going to be working on ways to make 10. Can you hold up 10 fingers? All right, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to work with this big number, 10. All right, now let's do 10 jumps like a frog if you're ready. I'm kind of scared of frogs. Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. Okay, so if you're ready, go get your workspace book and meet me on a comfy place to learn. Now, to help us with this lesson, we're going to need this special tool. This is a 10 frame. Can you say 10 frame? Say it a little louder. You're right, 10 frame. Okay, now let's count the boxes in this 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 boxes total on this 10 frame. Now, how many rows are in this 10 frame? 1, 2. Great. Now, how many boxes are in this top row? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. How many boxes are in the bottom row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. You did such a great job. Now, I'm going to show you how to use counters and the 10 frame. Okay, so we're going to place 5 two-sided counters like this, and you can always use those ones that you made at home, one at a time, red side up on the 10 frame. We start at the top row with the box on the very far left, right there, okay? Now we're going to count as you place each counter, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the top row of the 10 frame is full, you know that there are 5 counters, so you don't have to count them one by one. So we know when the top row is full, like right now, we have 5. I start the next row by placing a red counter at the left, like this. And I'm going to continue placing counters and count as I go. So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many counters are in the 10 frame when it's full? 10, you're right. I'm going to take all of these away. How many counters are there now? Remember, if one row is full, we know there are 5 counters. If both rows are full, like this, we know that there are 10. We don't have to count them one by one. Wow, what a cool trick. So right now I have how many counters? 5. You got it. Now I hope you didn't count because the top row was full, so we didn't have to count. Now I'm going to place one more counter on the 10 frame. Now we're going to start with 5. And we're going to count on 1 to get 6. So here's 5, 6. I don't have to count the 5 because I know there are 5 counters in the top row. Okay, so now we're going to count again. Say 5, 6, 7. How many counters are in the 10 frame now? Yes, 7. There are 7 counters. I started with 5 and counted on 2 more to get 7. 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's keep counting. 5, 6, 7, 8. How many counters? You got it. 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many counters? You got it. 9. Okay, let me count. No, our 10 frame is full. We don't have to count. How many counters do we have? 10. We don't have to count one by one when the 10 frame is full. I can use my 10 frame and counters to write equations. Now I can write an addition equation for these 6 counters. See, I have 5, 6. I can see that 5 plus 1 equals 6. So I'm gonna write my equation. 5 red ones plus 1 yellow one equals 6. Okay, so what equation can I write for the total number of counters now? So I have 5, 6, 7. I have 5 plus 1, 2 yellow equals 7. Okay, let's keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 3 red ones now. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have 4 yellow ones. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Wow, look, my 10 frame is full. I have 5 on top and 5 on bottom. I don't have to count because I know that when my 10 frame is full, I have 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now we are going to look at how 5 can help us solve addition problems. For example, 2 plus 4. So I'm going to put 2 red counters plus 4 yellow counters. So I'm going to write my equation. 2 plus 4 equals 6. I have 2 red plus 4 yellow, that equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but I can also look at this total 6 in a different way. We know that there are 5 in the first row and then 1 more. So I can write it in another equation. I can write 5 plus 1 equals 6. We can see 2 ways to make 6. If we look at the colors, we see 2 plus 4, and if we look at the rows, we see 5 plus 1. Now, how to use a 10 frame online if you don't have one at home. Now, you're going to log back in to do the math online, and we're in lesson number 3 now. Okay, so here's our 10 frame. Now, and here's our red and yellow counters. Okay, so let's keep working on finding both ways that we can make our equation, okay? So let's do this for 1 plus 5. So I have 1 red plus 5 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I placed 1 red counter in my 10s frame, and now I place 5 yellow counters on my 10s frame. What equation can we write if we look at the colors? you're right. I can have 1 plus 5 equals 6. Okay, now if I look back at my equation, if I look at the rows, so another way that I can write it is 5 plus 1 equals 6. So that now I have 2 different ways to look at the equation. I have a way if you look at the rows and a way if you look at the columns. You're going to work in your workspace book on page number 6 to continue writing equations. So to make a total of 6, you will use a yellow crayon to draw counters in the box on the tens frames, and then you will write the 2 equations for each tens frame. So you're going to write the equation for the colors and an equation for the rows once you have used your yellow crayon to get to 6. After you're done working in your workspace book, make sure that you show your teacher your work, and if you make a mistake, that's okay. She'll help you out and give you some more time. Been so proud of you for working so hard. You can play Race to the Top now with 6 counters, because that is what our goal was today, was working with number 6. So remember, when we play Race to the Top, we're going to shake. And I'm playing online. You can also play with a cup and counters at home. Whoops. I need to do red first. Red. I have 1 red counter and 5 yellow counters. And you can play on workspace page 7. And this is with 6 counters. I cannot believe how hard you've worked. I'm so proud of you. You didn't give up even when things were hard. You are now a master of making 6 and finding add-in pairs and a 10 frame. Oh my gosh, all of these math skills are going to help you so much in 1st grade. Now I think we should do a little cheer to celebrate. Let's do the "You're great" cheer. Now get your favorite type of cheese and your cheese grater. I really like cheddar. And we're gonna say, "You're great, great, great." All right, friends, it was great seeing you. Bye.